Welcome back. 15 gone past 4 p.m. Still had Factor 90.3 Nigeria Info and here in Port Harcourt. I'm Dayo. And yes, you're right. Discussions continue. A story here cut to the Vanguard newspaper. 2023. SAN 6 law to reduce political parties to 6. A senior advocate of Nigeria, Mr. Lateef Fagbemi, has advocated a new law to reduce the number of political parties in the country to 6 ahead of the 2023 general elections. Fagbemi spoke on Thursday in Abuja at the ongoing National Workshop on Election Petition Review organized by the Court of Appeal in collaboration with International Foundation on the Electoral System. A senior lawyer asserted that the present 86 political parties were too much for Nigerians, especially the Independent National Electoral Commission, to cope with, along with other challenges. Now, he said this while delivering a page titled Reform of Electoral Litigation Process, the Constitution, Electoral Act and the Practice Directions. So, Fagbemi argued that the situation where INEC and Nigerians had to contend with over 86 political parties in an election was not healthy for any electoral process. According to him, the trend has led to a series of confusion for the electoral body and the electorate, especially exclusions that are not deliberate on the part of INEC. Quote, I know that my position will generate reactions, but the truth and reality is that political parties must be scaled down from the present 86 to maximum of 6 to sanitize the party system. Let nobody be taken off guard. Our electoral system needs some drastic and very unpopular rejigging and amendments to the law. Do you agree with the SAN? We need some reforms. Well, I think most people would agree that we do need some electoral reform, no doubt. I think a lot should also clamor for electronic voting. However, he's gone several steps further to say that we need no more than 6 political parties in the country, as against the 86 that we have currently. What do you make of his position? Line to open, join in 0817 93 0002 or 0003. There's also 0817 93 0007 or 0009. We're live on Twitter at Nigeria Info PH, also live on Facebook, facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH as well. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Dayo.
Good evening, go on.
Yeah, my name is Michelle, calling from Port.
Go ahead.
I completely agree with the SAN Fagbemi, because if you take a look at the number of political parties, 86, is not healthy for a democratic process. And some of them, we only know about them when they want to do election, when it's close to election. Some of them don't even have secretaries in different states. Some of them don't even have they don't do the kind of sensitization. But if it is
what sensitization do you hear from the others, from the major parties?
What sensitization? At least the major parties, they do once in a while. They go on air to say go and vote. It's sensitization.
Yeah, and that's during the electioneering.
That's during electioneering and before electioneering. They do clamor. I don't want to mention the name of the political party.
I think what one hears mostly from opposition parties in Nigeria, especially the major ones, is simply insults and abuses, and he's a thief. They are stealing money. They are stealing.
That is most of the time. Most of the time, yes. I'm not trying to dispute what you're saying. It's true, but at least 86 in number is too much. And most of them only about them during elections. Some of them will not even know their logo.
Okay, so if the other ones every other week go organize press conferences and simply shout that the ruling party is stealing money. Look at them, they're following the treasury.
When they call a student in secondary school and they mention 5 political parties, you'll be shocked that they will mention PDP, APC, and maybe ABGA. I don't know if they will even know ABGA, but It's just somebody and there is.
All right, great to hear from you, sir. That's bad. Hello, you're welcome.
Yeah, good evening. Adedayo.
Good, go on.
Good evening. For me, the question of bringing down the political party to 6 is not the solution to our political problem in Nigeria.
Maybe there isn't one solution, but is it okay that we have 86 right now?
For me, it's not okay. It's too much. But I think that headache should be INEC's headache to handle that. But for me, I know that our problem in Nigeria with politics and politicking by the politicians.
Yeah, once again, like I said, I mean, there definitely more than one issue or issues, But for the moment, we're focusing on the number of the parties. But you said that should be INEC's problem. But how about even the voter as well? It's not impossible that the next general elections for the president, for the position of presidency or president rather, we could have a ballot paper so long with the logos of 86 logos on it, the logos of 86 parties. That's going to be a long ballot paper.
It's a problem. It's a problem. But I think from the point the man is talking about, I think it should be a major concern to INEC, who is the head that controls and conducts the election in Nigeria, for them to resume his line of concern in order to bring it down, even if it's true. But I think there is more, that is for me, more to it than cutting the parties down to 6.
All right. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Hello, go ahead.
Each time people talk about 20 parties, they refer to India as a country. They say India has over 100 and something parties, and then they are working. They are not India. How many of all these parties have won one seat, even councillorship, from 1999 when democracy returned? How many of them? They just sit back and wait. When INEC wants to do election, because the laws stipulate that INEC will give some money to political parties to...
Well, that's ended now. INEC no longer gives any money to political parties.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the point, that's how they started. Now, they are still...
Yeah, but that cannot be a factor anymore because
now,
it no longer exists.
Bottom line is, we need to save our economy. We don't need 20 parties. Even the 6 is much, Dayo. If we lack a democracy system from America that runs two-party system, for me that's good. If they can call them any name, because they have been the ones running our system, killing us and doing all what they're doing, and they're still in power. All other parties, Abga, for instance, Anambra State, have tried to hold sway a little bit. That's good. So it could just add Abga maybe in a party. In fact, okay, 5 or 6. That's not have more.
Yeah, but even in the US that you mentioned, they do actually have more than 2 political parties. It's just
how many of them win states? How many do you know that win states and represent the people? Well, you check, because I was just going through information. How many of them?
The information is not fake. The information is real. They do have more than 2 political parties.
What I'm saying, they have political. What I'm saying is, how many of them are relevant? If you want to vote for the US,
so if you're asking that question, then your argument is illogical that we should scrap the other parties here in Nigeria, because you agree that the other parties in the US, but 2 are the main ones, but the other ones were not scrapped. They still exist anyways.
They exist, but they're not relevant. And then if very soon you'll soon know, we're not even running the US economy. We're not US. We're a secular system in Nigeria. Our country is peculiar. Whenever I work in the US, I work here. I'm only trying to use a small analogy. Nigeria is a peculiar country. And we should, for that, if you ask me, we should just review our constitution, our electoral act, to suit what can accommodate us for now. I'm directed for dynamism, and doing it differently. If everything will come from the US has not worked for us here, we should be able to sit down. I was going through the 2014 national conference that was held. Now look at that document. Look at the recommendation made in that kind of document. Is it because it's not paid anymore? That is what Nigeria needs to survive. Look at that whole document. But please, it's not about
happening here and there. We are a particular nation. Let's look at what will fit us to the local level where we can be able to live together as one. So we cannot divide. Let's live together as one. This presidential party that we are not talking about.
Great to hear from you. Hello, in fact, welcome.
Hello.
Hi, go ahead.
I just want to liken the number of political parties to the number of universities we have in Nigeria.
Okay.
One would argue, as the number of universities helps Nigeria, it has not helped. You understand?
How do you mean it hasn't helped? We produce doctors, we produce lawyers, we produce bankers, we produce experts in the field of agriculture and several other industries and fields as well.
But yet, the statistics keep telling you Nigerian graduates are half-baked. They don't know anything. They can't do anything.
I'm not sure that's entirely correct. I mean, there is an element or iota of truth or merit to that, but it's not entirely correct. You do realize that Nigerian doctors are some of the most sought after doctors in the whole world, and they also finished from our universities here.
But how many of these universities have actually produced such? You and I know. You and I know the schools that have actually produced such.
There goes the you and I. You and I do not necessarily know the things that you know.
Okay. To be frank with you, the number of the parties are so much. The parties, they should be thrown down. Sometimes we don't even know them. Like myself, I've done INEC a doc staff job. You have to see how long this slip is, just for you to fold it to put into the box. Very long one. So yeah, it should be prone. Most of these parties, there's this on radio stations and pages of newspapers. They don't have any of this. And I also want to beg the lawyers, judiciary, not to file frivolous court orders to stop INEC from cutting down these numbers. Because once INEC wants to do that now, they will go to court to file order to restrain INEC.
Yeah, because the existing law might restrain INEC from doing that. I believe that's why the parties do go to court. Hello, you're welcome.
Hello, good day.
All right, go on.
Okay. For me, I think the way it works in Nigeria, that is not how it works in the U.S. Somebody was giving an example. It's not only Democrats and Republicans that win seats in the U.S. Even like the position of the councillors and the county, local government and all that, those small parties in the U.S. Over there in the U.S. It's just because it's the news that they want us to see. Here in Africa, that is what we see.
Even in the U.S. Congress right now, I think there is a lawmaker who is an independent candidate. I think so. But I know there's a lawmaker that doesn't belong to either the Democratic or Republican Party.
Lot of them. In fact, I think there's a Nigerian from Ibadan that has won the state, not the state, the federal, one of the state assembly. Yeah. He is not a Republican, neither is he a Democrat. However, in this part of the world, Nigeria, I just think because INEC has removed the largesse and the institution of parties, so I think that the interest of going to join all these local parties will reduce, and they will start seeing how they can reduce the numbers of parties.
Yeah, but the numbers, but INEC has stopped doing that from the last general elections, but they're still there. They still want to remain. So maybe they are genuinely concerned for the progress of this country.
No, they are not. You see, except maybe in 2020, is it 2029 or 20? After
but the argument in the past was that they formed them to collect grants. Now there are no grants. So what is their incentive now?
We will see their motivation. From their motivation, then we will know.
What do you think? What do you think the motivation is?
If you ask me, the only motivation is the grants they give to them. So
there are no grants anymore.
The grants, what is the grant stuff? Was it about election?
The grants were not given even for the 2019 general elections.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. They should not stop them. They should not scrap them.
At least I believe they were not given. All right.
Okay,
you're welcome. Well, I do believe they were not given even for 2019 as well. Hello, 913, welcome.
Yeah,
All right, go ahead.
No, this is Honorable Princess. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Hello. Well, it's 4:30 p.m. I do have to go for a break shortly, but you're welcome to join in still via Twitter at I am DJ Axel tweets. I think it's a welcome development. Then again, it will always be PDP versus APC. Well, it doesn't always have to be the PDP versus the APC, really. Chile Edwin on Facebook goes, the number of political parties has nothing to do with governance and does not inhibit anything. Rather, it should be an avenue for participation, mostly by the youth and others, always complaining of not being carried along rather than utilizing this opportunity. Everyone wants to die in either PDP or APC, even in those places they call Senate climbs. They equally have many small parties, but then whoever has the microphone must say something. Maxwell Mbiriwe goes, I'm interested in Nigeria reducing to two political party system. Can I go on?
Yeah, so to me, my name is Asper. I'm calling from LMF precisely.
All right.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Okay, to me, I think there are more issues to be made. Actually, I go a headline, Hello?
Where did you see that?
No, I one of the national dailies online.
When did you see that?
A couple of days, not quite long. I think up to 3-4 days.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. At 2023, there will be no room for electronic voting. Now, to me, these are the kind of issues we should be looking at. There should be amendments or electoral act and our electoral system or approach to voting, because we must move further than this. Scrapping of political parties during consensus. If you look at what we have at APC today, there wasn't APC before. It was more or less a consensus, a measure of other political parties, 2, 3, 4 coming together. That's a stronger and more viable party aside APC and PDP, instead of cutting or trimming down. It should be an issue of understanding and let INEC face more pressing issues that will solidify our electoral system.
Pardon me. Hello, sir. Hello. Yeah, just a moment. I'm sorry to have to interject, but to the matter of electronic voting, I'm still a bit taken aback by the statement you made, because recently INEC shortlisted electronic voting machine suppliers. They were supposed to make presentations to INEC or something. That happened recently, just some weeks ago. So if INEC was shortlisting electronic voting machine suppliers, how then would INEC then say? And by the way, let me add to that as well, rather, INEC intends to deploy electronic voting machines for the 2021 Anambra elections. So if all of this is going on, how come the INEC is not saying, according to you, that there will be no electronic voting come 2023?
Okay. There are rules of verification. I think after now, this will inspire you to want to do that. But I would also say this is Nigeria and we should accept every and anything at any time. But like I said, subject to your verification. My point, and I will sign out on this note, is there are more pressing issues than what INEC is actually pushing for right now. Thank you.
Oh, welcome. All right, so I'll go for that break. Now, return, please stay with us.
Connect with your custom advert. Media Tricks of Opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers.
We crossfire in the morning. Get into the midday dialogue and tell you about the hard facts, and then let's talk into the chat station. All for you on 92.3 Nigeria Info. We crossfire in the morning. Get into the midday dialogue and tell you about the hard facts, and then let's talk into the chat station. All for you on 92.3 Nigeria Info. We crossfire in the morning. Crossfire in the morning. Get into the midday dialogue and tell you about the hard facts, and then let's talk into the chat station. All for you on 92.3 Nigeria Info. We crossfire in the morning. Crossfire in the morning. Get into the midday dialogue and tell you about the hard facts, and then let's talk into the chat station. All for you on 92.3 Nigeria Info. We crossfire in the morning. Crossfire in the morning. Get into the midday dialogue and tell you about the hard facts, and then let's talk into the chat station. All for you on 92.3 Nigeria Info. We crossfire in the morning. Crossfire in the morning. Get into the midday dialogue and tell you about the hard facts, and then let's talk into the chat station. All for you on 92.3 Nigeria Info. We crossfire in the morning. Crossfire in the morning. Get into the midday dialogue and tell you about the hard facts, and then let's talk into the chat station. All for you on 92.3 Nigeria Info. We crossfire in the morning. Crossfire in the morning. Get into the midday dialogue and tell you about the hard facts, and then let's talk into the chat station. All for you on 92.3 Nigeria Info. We crossfire in the morning. Crossfire in the morning. Get into the midday dialogue and tell you about the hard facts, and then let's talk into the chat station. All for you on 92.3 Nigeria Info. We crossfire in the morning. Crossfire in the morning. Get into the midday dialogue and tell you about the hard facts, and then let's talk into the chat station. All for you on 92.3 Nigeria Info. We crossfire in the morning. Crossfire in the morning. Get into the midday dialogue and tell you about the hard facts, and then let's talk into the chat station. All for you on 92.3 Nigeria Info. We crossfire in the morning. Crossfire in the morning. Get into the midday dialogue and tell you about the hard facts, and then let's talk into the chat station. All for you on 92.3 Nigeria Info. We crossfire in the morning. Crossfire in the morning. Get into the midday dialogue and tell you about the hard facts, and then let's talk into the chat station. All for you on 92.3 Nigeria Info. We crossfire in the morning. Crossfire in the morning. Get into the midday dialogue and tell you about the hard facts, and then let's talk into the chat station. All for you on 92.3.
And now, Hard Facts.
Hard facts with Dio.
Welcome back. Still Hard Fact in Nigeria Info. I'm Dio. 20 minutes to go before 5 p.m. And discussions continue. 2023 SAN 6 law to reduce political parties to 6. Stories cut. TBAG has advocated a new law to reduce the number of political parties in the country to 6 ahead of the 2023 general elections. The senior lawyer asserted that the present 86 political parties were Nigerians, especially INEC, to cope with, along with other challenges. Your take on this? Do you agree with him, or do you feel different? 0817 93 0002 or 0003 numbers to call. Also 0817 93 007 or 0009. We're live on Twitter at Nigerian for PH. Also live on Facebook.com /Nigeria Info PH. Speaking of Facebook, Michael Malam goes, let it be reduced. Having too much political parties in this troubled country, Nigeria It's very abnormal. We can make use of three-party system. Behind Chuku Alaribe goes, reducing the number of political parties in the country is a welcome development, and it will certainly make the election more competitive among political parties in the country. Via Twitter, Okeke at Okeke UC Twitter, rather than reduction, political parties should be arranged in ballot papers based on performance in the previous elections, a ranking mechanism that way people can easily support and vote for the serious parties. Those ranked low can go and work hard so as to come up in rank. I'm not sure that sounds like a fantastic idea, really. I mean, it's okay, but I don't know. It sounds like INEC saying don't vote for these parties. Yeah, that sounds like a deliberate campaign against the other parties, which doesn't seem fair. Just doesn't seem equitable. You know. Hello, you're welcome.
Yeah, good evening.
Oh, go on. Hello?
Yeah, good evening, guys.
Hello, go ahead.
Professor Benin. I want to say that it's a welcome development, that I think the time to start it is now. Dayo, I used to wonder why, when Nigeria copied things from the developed world, we copy half and leave the other half. The democracy that we copied from America, they are the parties, two-party system. Here we copy that same democracy, we copy that same presidential system of government, and we come here and we allow them to go because of interest and all that. And you now see some of these mushroom parties hanging on the back of these bigger ones in order to just frustrate the effort of a smooth election, having long ballot paper and all that. So for me, it is very, very unnecessary. It is time consuming. It is resources wasting. So the time to start it is now. Every hand must be on deck. For me, I'm speaking for myself.
Oh, that's totally fine. I mean, speaking for yourself, that is. Via Facebook, Timilai Raja goes, oh, goodness gracious. Can someone look into this, please? All right. Hello, 91.3, welcome.
Good evening.
All right, go ahead.
Reducing the political parties, I think, that will be fair for Nigeria.
Okay.
We copied from America the democratic system. I think we should follow them up. We can come see that during one for the whole we do the two-party system, and the thing was fantastic. So if we can go for two-party system, that will be the best for this country. Because if you look at the papers before some printing, you start looking from the dissenting parties. It's too much for Nigeria. So let us go for two-party system. That will be.
But the SAN is recommending 6.
Okay?
The SAN is recommending 6.
6 is too much. Too much.
6 is too much as well.
No, it's not. 2 will be okay for the country. Not let me be there. I think that will be okay for the country. 6 is not. I mean, that's come from another.
All right. Well, 15 to go before 5 o'clock. The news update is up at 5, but discussions continue momentarily. What's your take on this? Get to WhatsApp in a moment. Hello, you're welcome.
Good afternoon.
All right, go ahead.
I'm not been now.
Go ahead.
My brother, let's assume there is no political party, men and people that is shouting Nigeria, you need unity, they want to be together, build Nigeria, let Nigeria be great. All these things, they are going outside countries to see. Why them not bring those kind of things here? Because if you check people that have oil in the whole world, Nigeria is either number 6 or number 5. Other people,
what's the point you're making exactly?
You know what the point I'm making? Political party is not the problem of this country. No matter how you, even though you bring one party system, they will not develop the country. Political parties, their policy is supposed to be development, their blueprint, like say, we will do this thing, Nigeria will be comfortable, everybody. Party is not Nigerian problem, my brother. No matter how many many parties, whether one or two or three. We need great people. We need people that have intelligence, wisdom. Thank you.
All right. So what's happening via WhatsApp? What is it with the so-called professionals in Nigeria, including the SAN? What impact have they made as far as developing Nigerian political science is concerned? For me, what we need is good governance, and even if you have only one political party, this current crop of rulers cannot give us good governance. The only solution to our political problems in Nigeria is to put the square pegs in square holes, or the match saying that. I saw the same headline too, where INEC is ruling out the use of electronic voting come 2023. Okay, fine. So maybe you did see something or this headline, but can someone please point it out to me? If you could send me a link, because I'm curious here. I have an article here before me right now from the Punch newspaper. This was published. No, not the Punch. Pardon me. Where's that story? Okay. Yeah. So I have something here from the Punch. Yeah, from the Punch actually. Yeah. This was published this year, 28th March, this year. Yeah, 2021. 2023, INEC set to shortlist electronic voting machine suppliers. The story comes to the riders. 6 Electoral Act amendment to allow electronic voting. Explained why suspended Ekiti by-election can't hold now. So, I mean, a bit of the story. As part of the preparations towards the anticipated launch of electronic voting in forthcoming elections, INEC says it has commenced the analysis of the various electronic voting machines showcased by over 50 companies. This happened quite recently. So, well, if you've come across that piece, if you could send me a link so I could take a look at that, please. I would very much appreciate it. But via WhatsApp, if we had fewer political parties in Nigeria, the ones available will become formidable enough during elections. For instance, if we had like 3 strong parties during the LGA elections in Rivers State, I'm sure the opposition wouldn't have been only one, but more to battle the PDP. It will help the system instead of spreading into insignificant small ones. 6 parties is unhealthy. They will gradually but surely drift into the 6 geopolitical zones, which will further pull us apart. The most effective restructuring is 2 parties. It will give the required vibrancy of opposition. That's me, Mark Gold. Let's go. This is still waste time. There's some parties 9% of Nigerians know about. I was minimum 3 or maximum 5. The rest are just get together. As Precious Nakabari from Abba. Hello, you're welcome.
Adedayo, how are you?
Very well, thanks.
Okay, for me, I really do not think that political parties are the problem, but I really do believe that we have too many of them, and if you increase the number, it will, in a way, help us to focus on what is important and what is not important. I think we just have so many, and it tends to dilute or kind of like distract our attention and all of that. And it also points to the fact that there's no unity. Everybody wants their own piece of the, at least if you don't get governorship, you get legislative. If you don't get, you get councillor. So everybody just wants to do their own thing. But if you just have like 5, it can help us assess better what they have to offer. And, they will have to do their own work more. Like when we have so many and they are so weak, they can't even challenge the incumbent. So that's my thoughts, basically.
All right. Okay. Let's see. Still via WhatsApp. I agree with the SAN because sometimes during presidential elections, we see candidates of other parties stepping down for the major ones. Doesn't make sense to me. Oh well. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Oh, you're welcome. Go on.
Yeah, I'm good. Okay, just because there are some of them, I don't recognize you. Really people that I know. Thank you.
All right. Hello? Hi.
Dayo, good evening.
Go ahead.
Does it make any sense either reducing it or adding up? Yeah, that's not really what it means. Too much of political parties, does it make me headache to anybody? And even if it is reduced to just oneself, the politicians have hijacked everything. So there is no need for people that have senses in Nigeria to even participate in politics because
which are participating, you will even consider their life first. So those who are brutal are also involved in politics. So does it mean that you want to tell me that
I really don't understand what you're saying. If you say that people who are sensible should not take part in politics, so you want to live a life perpetually being governed by people who have no interest in your welfare?
They don't give chance to those who have knowledge, those who have this.
So once again, I ask the question: you want to perpetually be governed by people who don't care about your welfare?
What do you expect us to do?
No, if you don't know what to do, that's fine. But I'm sure there are others who might know what to do, and they're doing it. Well, at least you don't know what to do. So why are you questioning those who have an idea what to do?
For the fact that it takes so long for people to know what to do, it means that almost everybody in Nigeria don't even know what to do. How long does it take? From 1960 to get only those who are not responsible are ruling Nigeria. And everybody, everywhere, sort of. It means that we don't even know what to do. How many presidents are in Nigeria on every basis, and they are suffering? This president will come, the next president will come, the same problem.
No, I think it's obvious you don't know what to do, but it doesn't mean that others don't know.
I'm speaking to myself. I'm speaking for others. I know what I'm doing, and that for so long it has taken. It means that nobody knows what to do. Nobody.
No, I'm very sure you're wrong. All right. Hello.
Good evening, Daniel.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Andrew calling you from Port Harcourt.
Go ahead.
Yes. I think in the first place, with too many political parties doesn't really make sense at all. I do agree to that extent with the barrister. But I also have a problem. I want to also look at it if it is INEC that is complaining or it is the masses that are complaining. In other words, if INEC is feeling that it's giving them pressure, whereas it has to do with, giving us the press when it comes to election because of too many parties, then in the first place, why did INEC have to register them after collecting so much money from each of these parties they registered? Will they come at this point to complain? I want to believe that it's not INEC complaining. Because INEC doesn't even have
but INEC. Can you slow down, please? All right, glad you have me. But I was going to say that INEC has been known to deregister certain political parties in the past. So that obviously means that INEC also is concerned or does have challenges with the number of political parties existing currently.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Kidra, go ahead.
My name is Daniel. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. What I want to say is I don't see anything wrong with the number of parties. Because, for instance, America has 255 parties. Okay? They have 200. It is not every party that is interested in national politics. There are what we call regional parties. These parties are only interested in what happens in a particular region. Okay?
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, go on, go ahead.
Good. So, for instance, I might be trying to form an equerry party. I don't care what happens in Abuja or Nasarawa or Kano. I just want to govern this equerry land properly. And we have candidates here. We don't want to steal candidates in other places. It happens in other places. America has 225 parties. They don't have just two parties. It is two parties that are well known nationally. There are some parties that are only available in 2 states in America. People should have the freedom to participate. And participation, something needs to go and align with people that have another ideology. For what I have might not work out. I might go to my village, talk to a woman with my own political manifesto, which has to do with developing our place. That is our only interest. Our interest is not in developing other places. Our interest is only about developing them. And if I talk to her and tell her the words she wants to hear, she will vote for me. And you come from Abuja with your PDP or your APC and talk to her, we are going to build a bridge from Nigeria to Sokoto. She doesn't care about the bridge in Nigeria. She only cares about that her village.
to, I think maybe the parties are not even enough. People should we should open up ourselves to regional parties. Parties that are only interested in certain regions and not national parties. That's just my opinion.
All right, sir. Glad to have him as well. Do have to take a break at this time. We got the news coming up in a moment. Yes, we do. And after which I'll return. Parents and candidates for the upcoming parents of and candidates of the coming UTM examinations complaining. It appears that the NIN requirement is making their life feel hellish at the moment. Do you have any such experiences? I'd like to hear it when I return from the break. Do please stay with us. Hard Facts returns in a bit.